As soon as I turned, I heard tires screeching, and I'm like, oh my god, this is it. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while, it's been so long, but I'm finally back with another video, and this one has been well waited for. I've had so many people ask me about this, and now I'm finally going to tell you what happened to my bumper. And I also have good news about that as well. So let's rewind back to April 30th of last year, technically now. Oh my god. Also, happy new year guys. We're now in 2020. It's a new year, brand new resolutions. Let's get it. Anyway, so April 30th of 2019, I remember waking up that day. 2019. I remember waking up that day and I was like super tired. At that time I was working 2 jobs. I was working at a school as an interventionist, and then I was working at a wholesale club part-time as a cashier. And I stayed out late the night before, and so when I got home I didn't get very much sleep. And that day when I woke up, I woke up late for work, and so I was kind of in a rush. I know this all sounds bad, I know. And the day before, so April 29th, that was a really hard day. Like, I had something that I had to do that I just, it was a really sad day, and that's part of why I ended up staying out late too. And so April 30th, I'm tired, I woke up late, so I'm rushing to work, and I'm driving, and I'm like driving like a bat out of hell. And I get, like, this is the thing, like, I drive this route like every day, like nothing out of the ordinary, right? And so I make it to a light, and I'm in the very right lane, so I'm trying to turn. The light is red too. I know. I'm turning right. I turned right on a red, and it looked clear. I checked before I went. It looked all clear to me, and so I was like, okay, whatever, I'm gonna go. As soon as I turned, I heard tires screeching. I'm like, oh my god, this is it. And I hear tires screech, and then I feel it, like whole car jerked. I jerked, like, wow, this really just happened. Somebody really just hit my car. And so we end up pulling into the parking lot of the building that was right next to the intersection. It was a bank, I remember that. And I can hear my bumper dragging. And so when I park and I get out, I'm just like, oh my god, why me? Like, I do not need this. The day before was a really hard day. I don't need this today. Like, come on, life, give me a break. But so that happens, and we exchange information and everything, and one of my friends at the time comes to assist me, and we rip my bumper off, because at this point it's just hanging on by a thread, literally. We put my bumper into her car and we go right back to my house, because that's the thing, we weren't even very far from my house. It was just bad. And so she puts my bumper in her car, and we take it back to my house. And that day I was just like, I can't do it. I can't go to work. I just need a break. So fast forward, that's April 2019. Fast forward to recently, November. November is important. So from April to November, people are asking me, what's wrong with your bumper? What happened? I'm like, oh my god. I'm tired of answering this question. So I'm having to tell people this over and over again, and it's frustrating and kind of embarrassing, actually, because I have this brand new car, but yet the bumper is missing. It doesn't add up. So fast forward to November 20th. Write that down. November 20th. So anyway, I'm driving around, running errands, doing things, and at this time of day it was like 5, almost 6 o'clock, and so it's kind of dark at this point. And I'm driving and I see a car accident like not too far from where I live, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to go home, like, before I get into an accident. Like, people are driving crazy out here. And so I'm on my way home, and I'm driving straight and my light is green, and I'm passing through an intersection and on the opposite side of the intersection there's this SUV in the left turn lane, so they can turn left on a green, but they have to yield to oncoming traffic, and I am the oncoming traffic. So they go out and turn, they perform their left turn, and I see them, I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna hit them if they don't hurry up. And so I'm honking my horn trying to hurry up and get them to move through, and they freeze. They stop dead in the intersection, and I hit them dead on center of my car. Oh my gosh. The crazy thing is, I knew exactly how it was gonna feel before I collided with them. Like, that's such a terrible feeling, and that's terrible to think about, but I knew exactly how it was gonna feel. And so when I hit them, it was just like slow motion, me jerking forward, all of my possessions in my car flying forward, and I just sit there for a minute like, oh my god, I really just hit them. And at this point I'm kind of in shock, so immediately I jump out of my car, and we're in the middle of the intersection, and it's rush hour, so there's tons of cars around us, and I hear someone screaming, stay in the car, stay in the car, and I'm like, oh my god, yeah. And my hood is smoking, fluid is leaking out of my car. I'm like, oh my god, my car is gonna like blow up or something. And so we're in this intersection, the person who I hit, they get out of their car and they're looking and everything, and a cop pulls up next to us, and I'm like, oh my god, this is perfect, like they're gonna help us out. And so the cop pulls up next to us and he's like, hey, can you guys move your car? And I was like, yeah, okay, whatever. I get in my car with it smoking and leaking, and I managed to start it, and we pull over to a building that was like right next to the intersection and get out and park, and then we're looking around like, where's the cop? The cop left us for somebody else. I don't know why he didn't handle it, considering he was the one who saw it, but whatever. So we end up having to call the police. I called the police to get them over there, and that took, I want to say like 15-20 minutes to do. But I was just so bad at this point, like, oh my god, here it is, my bumper is missing, now my front is jacked up, it's leaking, it's smoking, the hood is dented in, like I could not catch a break with this car. And so finally we exchange information and all of that stuff, and then the officer comes and we explain the situation, and he states that obviously the other people were at fault because they didn't yield, they didn't stop at the turn lane. They should have waited. They turned on a yellow anyway too. Mine was green, they turned on a yellow, so they shouldn't have gone anyway. And so I just watched my sad, beautiful little car get towed away, and that was the start. Okay, so once my car gets towed away, this is, keep in mind, November 20th is when this happens. It's the night of November 20th. The very next day, I talked to their insurance, I talked to my insurance, and you know, they're at fault, so they have to pay for my car to get fixed, and then they also have to put me in a rental, which they did, which I'm grateful for. They got me into a rental, and I'll post pictures and everything of this so you can get a visual. So I get my rental November 21st, okay, and I'm thinking, okay, whatever, I'm gonna have this car for like a week, 2 weeks tops, okay, whatever. No, it wasn't 1 week, it wasn't 2 weeks, it was 51 days that I had this rental. So something I didn't know at the time of my accident, apparently GM, the manufacturer for my car parts, they had been on strike, I want to say September, October, somewhere around there, and they didn't negotiate a deal, I want to say until the end of October, maybe early November, and this is why I had this car for 50 to 51 days. So with them being on strike, nothing was getting done. No orders were being filled, no cars were being delivered, nothing was being done. And so all of these orders and things were being accumulated over that span of time. So when they finally reached a negotiation and were starting to work again, they had to catch up on all of those back orders and everything else. So me, my car having been jacked up November 20th, I was on the very bottom of that list to get my car fixed and get my parts delivered to the shop. And so, guys, this is it's funny now, but at the time I was just like, come on, you have to be kidding me. Like there's no way. There's absolutely no way. But this happened. And so November finishes out, still don't have my car. December starts, still don't have my car. Middle of December, still don't have my car. At this point, I just decide, okay, my car's in the shop. I might as well get my bumper fixed. Now is the perfect time while they still have my car. And so I authorize that, and my bumper comes in before my hood. The very reason why my car is in the shop, the front end, the back end gets fixed before the front end. And so we're still waiting for this hood. Days, weeks upon weeks, and Christmas passes, still don't have my car. Like, oh my gosh, it's been a month without my car. Like, I can't believe this. And so skip, New Year happens, still don't have my car. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be like February until I get my car. And I want to say January like 8th, 9th, something like that. I think it was the 8th. The person who's working on my car is like, hey, we finally got your hood in, now we can move it on to paint and everything else. I'm like, oh my god, thank you Jesus, finally a breakthrough. And he finally gets it in, and then he's like, okay, we'll have it done for you Friday. That's the 10th. So today is, what's today? I think today's the 13th. So I've had my car back for like 3 days now. But oh my gosh, if you do the math from November 20th of 2019 all the way to January 10th of this year, that's 50 or 51 days that I was without my car. But now my car is fixed and it's like brand new. My baby is beautiful. I'll insert videos of what it looked like when the bumper was missing, and then I'll insert it showing the whole thing fixed as well. Drama, too much car drama. Like, I hate stuff like this. I hate like doctor's visits, things that are gonna take a while, or just any type of legal type of stuff like this, because I know that sometimes it can take a while, and it's just an unnecessary headache. Oh, before I go, also I'm thinking of adding kind of a different segment to my channel, and it's gonna be based around 3D stuff. So I don't know if my general audience is gonna be very entertained by that, but you'll just be able to see kind of the things that I work on, what I'm doing right now, because that's my major resolution this year, is just working on my portfolio so I can work in my career field and all of that stuff. But yes, new content coming, 3D content coming, so stay tuned. I know it was a minute, but I've been busy living, and obviously you heard my car drama, so I've been busy with that too, but I'm here. That is the story of how I lost my bumper, and then I ended up getting it fixed. Now I'm so happy, even though it took a million days to get it done. But that's it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and just stay tuned for more videos, guys. Bye.